Da da da. Ba da 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 da. Ba da ba 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 da ba da ba da ba. Da da da. Hi. Hi everybody. It's Wednesday. Oh yeah, it's Wednesday, my dudes. That's the meme for this. That's the meme for today. I always try to do, because I'm a goofball. I try to quote the memes. I try to quote the old text. The old spells. I still don't remember a Tuesday one. Is it Taco Tuesday? Because Monday, I don't remember. Anyway, welcome in everybody. It's Wednesday. We're gonna be doing some stuff. It's Wagoogus Wednesday, babe. I can Wagoogus all I want, and I will not be in trouble. Hi, welcome in, Blep. And welcome in, Voidhead. Grats on first. We're proud of you. Come here. You're in the bed. Alrighty. But, yeah, we're going to be doing some world building. We're going to be working on... I want to actually start making sentences. I would like to do that. I think that'd be a lot of fun. I do have a few words as nouns, verbs, and all that. So we should be able to make basic sentence structure, and I've been thinking about how I want the sentence structure to go down. This music is making me not be able to pay attention. Hold on. Okay, there we go. I've been thinking about the word order specifically, because at first I determined it would be subject, object, verb, which means it'd be like Japanese or Latin. English is subject, verb, object, meaning we say I, noun, or let's say the girl, noun, has, verb, a dog, object. So we have a noun, verb, noun, and then the nouns are either the subject or the object. Basically, the subject is the thing that's doing or having the thing. The object is the thing that is being done to. I hate my brain. It just was like, it's a dom and sub relationship. Anyway, you should know basic fucking English. You should know how that works. So you should know what subject, verb, object means. Subject, object, verb is when the object goes right after the subject. Japanese works this way. If I want to say I have an umbrella, I would say I umbrella have. Now, Latin also works this way. This was what I was going to do. And then I did a lot of research on Mesoamerican languages, which is what we're basing this stuff off of. Weirdly enough, I think Egyptian also does this, and I'm also looking at Egyptian. The verb comes first, and then it goes subject-object. So the girl has a dog. It would be has the girl a dog. I'm going to probably do that. Let me look at Egyptian real quick. Yeah, it's called word order. Egyptian word order. Okay, they do verb, subject, object. So, I think I'm gonna do that. Plus, it's gonna make it feel a little more alien. Because one, they're aliens, and two, the most common way humans speak is subject, object, verb. Weirdly enough, English is not the most common way. It's not subject, verb, object. It's subject, object, verb. Most languages do that, which you'd think there'd be like an equal helping of all, like, I guess 6 ways to do it. I'm gonna have to write this down. Let's go over here. Let's figure this out. But funnily enough, that's we're not playing Elden's Ring right now. Not yet. Not today. We will tomorrow. I hope we're able to whoop Mikla's ass tomorrow, but we have shit to do tomorrow. When we do Elden Ring, because sticky. My thing didn't want to open. There we go. Okay, Everything is good. My tablet is wiped off. Yeah, my tablet's wiped off because my cat likes to rub his nose on it. There we go. I had a... Is it still there? Hold on. Okay. I fixed it. Let's get into... Let's hop in and look for my language. I saved it in here. Yep. Here it is. So, as you can see up here, originally I said the word order would be subject, object, verb, aka how most languages work for English. I also said no indirect particles, which I'm still gonna keep. It means if I say a girl, the girl has a dog, the girl, you're gonna have the word for the, but you're not gonna have the word for a dog. You just say dog. So, in their language, they would say the girl has dog. Because they don't need to worry about an article like that, a definite article. I originally had it modifier first because that's usually how it works in SOV languages, but since I'm switching it, I believe it goes modifier last. Which means if I say the girl has a red dog, I would have to say the girl has dog red. Oh, what am I doing? Modifier last. So, no more SOV. It's going to be VSO. The language is still agglutinative. I'm not going to change that. Emphasis on first syllable, which makes sense because a lot of sounds at the back of the words are starting to disappear. I feel like originally they pronounced their vowels a little differently. Like in the name. Let me go find my name. Yegan. Let's say Yegan. Yegan. That is a name, or Tulen. Tulen. Those are names, but they're written with syllables, so ye, ga, ne. But you don't hear the n. I feel like originally this was pronounced more heavy. Yegan. It would be Yegan. Yegane. And Tulen. Tulen. But over time, these syllables started taking precedence, which means the disappeared. I'm still keeping that. Let me make sure the whole modifier thing is correct. SVO word order. Let's see how that typically works. Hi, Jeannie. Welcome in. You're gonna get pet now. You guys get to pet me. I get to pet you back. Alrighty. Subject, verb, object, sentence structure. Yes, I know. Subject comes first, verb second. Wait, what? Oh, no. I want verb, subject, object, word order. I'm a goober. Don't mind me. Verb, subject, object. It's when the verb comes first, subject is after. Yep. It can be agglutinative. I'm not gonna... Wait, Chinese can do that? Oh... VSO is the third most common word order among the world's languages after SOV, which I told you guys Japanese does that. Apparently Hindi also does that, which makes sense because Hindi and Latin are very distantly related. And SVO is English and Chinese. Fun fact, Chinese works like English. It's really cool. Nawa is SOV, but I don't mind using VSO. In VSO, it is Mayan languages, Polynesian languages, Hebrew, Ge'ez, like certain languages in there. I thought that's how Egypt worked. Where's Egyptian? I don't see the Egyptian language anywhere. But yeah, there are, the most common is SOV, which is 45% of languages. That's crazy. It is almost half of all languages. SVO, which is ours, that's like almost another half of languages. So I'm going to be staying away from SOV and SVO because that's way too common for us. It's like, those two together make up, I want to say like 90, almost 90... like 88% of languages. That is, well, 87. I had to count. That is nuts. How many languages those things do. VSO is only 9%. VOS is only 3%. OVS, which is object, verb, subject, I think that's how Yoda talks. Or no, how does Yoda talk? Difficult this is. OSV. Yoda talks in object, subject, verb. A dog there is. Apparently that is 0% of languages. We have 3 known languages that talks that way. Which, once again, that makes him sound very alien because he doesn't speak like us. But I don't want to make it so alien that humans can't talk it, so I think I'm going to stick with verb, subject, object. Verb, object, subject. That would be rough. Yeah, we don't have a whole lot of languages doing that either. Anyway, because of the Mesoamerican, a lot of Mesoamerican languages leaning towards VSO, I'm gonna focus on that. It's unique enough to where it's not all the other fucking languages we know, but it's not so hard on our brains that we can't, like, process it. So that's what I'm gonna do. And now it's just showing me how they work. Thank you. I'm gonna have to think about how they do questions and commands. Because in English, I say, I walk the dog, or the girl walks the dog. And if I want to tell her to do it, I say, walk the dog. I, like, dropped the subject. Because it's a command, but we'll see. We'll see how this works. It could very well just be a verb attachment, a verb suffix, like in Japanese. In Japanese, if I want to say I go somewhere, I say iku, ikimasu. If I want to say let's go, as in hey, I'm making a suggestion, the suggestion would be ikimashou. Mashou is a suggestion. If I just want to say I'm going, I just say mas. So I could do that, where it's an ending that I tack on, but yeah, we'll see. Alright, so I can close out that stuff. Get on out of here. Oh, shit. I already told Blue Sky I'm live, but I can let you guys know that you can download Call of the Guardian for free. Hehe. Where's that link? I had the link. I gotta go find the link. I'm already starting to work on multiple stuff for, hold on, I'm writing. Her. Am I okay? There we go. Alright, can this pin? Yes. There you go, if you wanna go read Monster Romance. You can just download it. You can just straight up own it for free. You don't have to pay for it. In fact, I would encourage you not to, because 1, how? There isn't a payment button, and 2, it's technically fanfiction, so please don't, like, get me in trouble. Please don't get me in trouble for that. This is fanfiction. I don't need people buying it and then getting me in trouble. But once again, I don't know how the fuck you would. There's no payment option. But yeah, go check it out. Go download it. Go read it. You can also read it on AO3, but I like to encourage people to get the PDF because, I mean, I'm not gonna front or anything, but AO3 is actually down right now, apparently, or it will be down, for scheduled maintenance, and sometimes it just straight up goes down. I also know that they've been subjected to DDoSing in the past, where the website just wasn't up. So, if I had to choose, I would say download the PDF. It makes it easier. You don't have to worry about it ever going away, because it's something you can just own. Here we go. But yeah. Ow. I can close this out. I'm closing out a lot of, what's it called? Tabs, because I don't need them. Okay. I don't need these, don't need these. Oh, it's so bright. Oh, it's so bright. Oh, okay, I'm better. One of my tabs was very bright. Do I need... No, I don't need this anymore. Okay. So we're gonna go down here and start trying to make some simple statements. Also, is the music too loud? No, it doesn't seem too loud, but it might be. Let me just boop it just a little bit of it, just a little bit of a just a tiny bit of an eat. I'm actually gonna do this. Let's listen to my bop, my true bop. Yeah, there we go. Alright, I also have... Oh yeah, I do have Japanese pulled up, because originally I was going to be making this stuff SOV, but no, I'm not gonna worry about that. Alright, simple sentence. Let's try. Oh yeah, this is Japanese. Let me get rid of this. We don't need this. I think I was writing that to, like, show how it works. Oh, can my line be any more fucking gay? Because it's not straight. There we go. It's still a little wampus, but it's fine. Alright, so these are words that I still need to find a meaning for. They're words that I really liked the sound of, but, like, I couldn't think of a meaning for them at the time, so they're just gonna sit over there and chill. Garbage on my screen. Get out of here. Okay, so I need a few verbs and then we're fine. I'm not gonna grab too many. These are enough. I have a lot of lists, a big vocabulary for verbs, but I'm not worrying about that right now. So I have my infinity, which is technically plain. So I have my infinity. Present, plain negative. Present, present negative. Past, we'll need past negative, future, future negative. And then I have a few more listings down here that I could, like, work with. And all of those are going to be, like, verb endings. So, for instance, if I want to say... let's go find some let's go find some adjectives. I'm gonna say fish for food. Let's talk about soli, fish. The cat. Let's talk about the cat. The cat eats the fish. So, the cat eats a fish. I'm gonna do that since I have words for that. The cat, because we're talking about a specific cat, eats, which is present tense, but it could also be plain. The cat eats a fish. Okay, so this is going to be our very simple sentence so we can start exploring the grammar in its entirety. So, the is a word in their language. Where is my... There they are. Na. It would be na. Na laobu. Na cheshik. Na. Cheshik, I believe it is. And that is a play on the word Cheshire, as in Cheshire Cat. Cheshik. I did that on purpose. And it's... Weirdly enough, I'm not naming that after, the Cheshire Cat from Alice in Wonderland. Well, technically Leon's parents, but they're also mine. The Solgard family has a kitty cat named Cheshire because he's a big, fat, tubby motherfucker. And he looks kind of like a Cheshire cat, and he got named Cheshire. He a boy. So I'm technically naming it after him, but he was named after the Alice cat, so, you know, whatever. So na Cheshire, the cat, eat. How to say eat? I'm gonna do plain, so totsoki. Totsoki. Totso. So totso, which is the root word for eating something. Ki, I'll do this little dash to let me know it's connected. Totsoki. Maybe I'll write my words, not balls. Totsoki. Why do I write sideways? Y'all notice that? My shit decides to, like, lean. I'm assuming it's because I'm a lefty. I know if you're a righty, you'll slowly start going down, because that's, like, how your hand drifts. But if you're a lefty, your writing just, like, naturally drifts up, apparently. I learned this in a CSI episode. Ah is not used, so no ah. We don't have a word for it. Fish, soli. I remember the word. Soli. Alright, so we have simple words for this stuff. I'm gonna highlight it real quick, just so we can keep everything consistent. Na Jeshik, the cat, eats totsuki, a fish, soli. We don't have this, but this is not how the language is going to go. It is VSO. So you don't say nacheshik totsuki soli. You say totsuki nacheshik soli. So verb, subject, object. You say eats is first. That's the verb. Here, I'll do this. Verb, object, subject. So verb eats. I'll just do this. Totsuki. Stop leaning. Damn you. Damn me. So totsuki nacheshik. Soli. So that's how the language should look and sound. Yeah. And then we can get into the nitty-gritty of writing it out as syllables. I do have the thing. Hold on, let me go get it. Here you go. There we go. So this would technically be written out as soli. Nacheshek, these words are together technically. Totsuki. So to is down here. It would be right here. To. So it would be this symbol. To, or tu. It's the same sound. Tu, to, tu, to, tu, tu. It's like an in between. Tutsuki, nacheshek, suli. It's like you're speaking kind of lazily. You have to, like, laze the vowels, if that makes sense. You have to make the vowels. You shouldn't speak them, like, fully. Totsuki na cheshik soli. It's like you're speaking through, like, a bubble in your mouth, kind of. That's how I seem to, like, do it whenever I'm speaking the language. Let's make the symbols just a little bigger. To, z, 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 z. It's like an incense looking thing. It's like a heart with incense coming out of it. Like this. Yeah. To, so, ki, that's at the top. Ah, it's this symbol. Ki. Tuzuki, na. No. Na. Oh, it's this. It looks like a throne of some sort. It's like a little seat. Let's do that a little better. Let's do that in a way where it doesn't set goals. There we go. Na, cheshik. Cheshik. Che. That is what looks like a bundle of wheat. She. It's like an X with dots on it. K. Remember, this is disappeared. It's this. It's horns. Chesheke. Soli. So, it's this symbol. It's got like that. It looks like antlers, kind of, I think. I would say these are antlers. And then Li. L-E-L-L-I. Li sound. That is... I don't know what that is. I drew that, and I don't remember what the symbol's supposed to mean. I think it's some sort of vehicle. Okay, so this is Soli. This is Na. Cheshek. And I think I'll let them have spaces. Some syllabic languages don't have spaces, but I think I'll give them spaces, just for now. There we go. So this is how you would write it out in their language. Yay! The cat eats a fish. Totsuki na cheshek soli. So after that, we just figure out other ways on how to show grammar. So I'm gonna scoot this up just a little bit, just a tiny bit, so I can have more room. Thinking. I'm gonna say the red cat. I'm gonna work with adjectives now. I'm gonna say he drinks water, since we have words for those. That one cat over there is eating fish, but the red cat specifically is drinking water. So, once again, na, cheshek, dinks oider. Oh. I just reminded myself that I need to drink water. And take my motherfucking pills. So give me just a sec. Let's toss those back. I was gonna save this so I don't lose it. Pills here. Open. Doesn't finally upgraded to sentences. Congrats. I did it. I finally did it. I have enough words. Yay. I'm just getting my pills real quick. Thank you for the peddler rose. Okay, there we go. Water. You're right. To make this up legal. Ah, thank you, yes. It must be legal. Alright. How do I say red drinking water? Me for roar. Marari for red. Marari. Marari. So, Marari is red. Cheshek. Drink. Oh, it's right here. I'm blind. Choka. Thank you for the yeet. Chokaki. And then water. I think that's like Sha something. Nature. Water. Shoa. That's right. Shoa. Hi, Blippy. What? I didn't do it. What, love? Look at the kitty. Oh. Hi, Comfy. Oh, you so comfy. Cecil's on his back, getting pet all up on the chin, eyes closed, in his lane, moisturized, thriving, getting petted by Dad right on the chinny chin chin. Yeah. Hi, sweet boy. Stretch, baby. He's so cute. He stretches little paws at me. He said me. He is the comfiest kitty. Guess who's making a Krampus mask? I think it would be you. Because I do remember you saying you were making a Krampus costume. So I'm only speculating, but alright, so verb, subject, object. Drink. Drink is the word, so chokaki. Chokaki. Drink. And modifier is last. I believe. A second catty. You right. Let me grab my new catty. We need more Cecil. We do. Dude. I can hear him purring from over here. I heard the distant. Because whenever he's like really in it, he'll purr through his nose. And you can hear the coming out of his nostrils, and it's very cute. Were you purring loud? Hi! Oh, hello, sweet baby! Oh, he keeps doing paws at me. Hi, sweet baby! I wish I could show people what I'm seeing. Are you gonna post those pictures, babe? Leon took pictures of the kitty. Oh, he's such a cat. Leon's such a fucking picture dad. It's so cute. He has to take like 5,000 pictures. And that makes me so happy. Because do you know how... Oh, hello. You are so photogenic. You are so handsome. Yeah. Oh, gotta clean his face. He's gotta look good for the camera. Hi. You're handsome. Oh, Dad, why you no pet me? Oh, he's getting up. Oh, he left. Oh, goodbye. Alright, anyway, I'm back. I was leaning over and looking at my kitty. Cat cam, possibly at some point, but it's like he doesn't stay in one spot long enough for there to be a cat cam. Also, I believe Leon posted him in live chat. Look at him. A baby. A baby! He's winking! He baby. I love my cat. Anyway, if y'all want to see pictures of my cat, check BZ out. He a handsome boy. He handsome. Yeah, he's got a very loud motor. Oh, he's back to Dad. Went back to Dad. I hear you crooning at that boy. Yeah, I know. Because you're being cute. Alright, so chokaki, which means drinks. And because this language is VSO, I believe the ruling would be modifier last. Let me look it up. Modifier last languages. Which, when I say modifier, I mean... like, adverbs and adjectives. That picks what Cecil sends when he's flirting with another cat dressed. He doesn't know another cat to flirt with. Alright, let me try and figure this out. Oh, my ears just... No. Okay. I already know how that works. Inversion. Sentency. Sad day for the cat then. Yeah, he doesn't flirt with nobody. He don't even know how. No, I know about word order. So apparently me Googling modifier last doesn't fucking work and doesn't tell me what I'm looking for, even though that's how you phrase it. Whatever. Post-positive adjective placed after noun or pronoun that it modifies. Like Queen Regent. Yeah, I know how that works. Busy bees. In some languages, the post-positive placement is the normal syntax, but in English, it's confined to archaic and poetic. Yeah, I already know that. But what about the other languages? Ugh, gross. I hear you, baby. Post-positive may occur in the subject or the predicate of the clause. Any adjective may be predicative. Adjective it follows a copular verb. What the fuck does that mean? Oh. Yeah, no, it's poetic. Blah, 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 blah. No, No, that's not what I want. Oh, hold on. I'm going to go look at a few real-life languages and try to figure out how they do the adjective. What are you doing, my kid? Me, who knows a cat to send this way. Oh. Okay, but... Oh, big dog, here we go. The man sees the big dog. Let's see how VSO does this. So, madra, dog, subject, mur, follows behind it. Okay, cool. So, yeah, that's... I was just making sure I had my information correct. So, the red cat drinks water. So, chokaki, drink. Red cat, so we would explain that it is a cat. It is a Cheshik. Oh, it would be not Cheshik Marathi. The red cat. The cat of red, basically. And then Shoa, water. So, drinks the red cat water. Red is after the noun, so I'm gonna do that here. Adjective, or I guess I'll do M for modifier. Subject, verb, object. So, yeah, this will go after this because it's a modifier. So, eats the red cat, or drinks the red cat water. That's basically what we're saying. Drinks the cat red water. That's how you're literally saying it. Chokakina cheshik marari shoa. Yeah, and whenever I'm speaking the language, I feel compelled to emphasize myself on the first syllable. So that's still a rule that I'm following. I could do this. Let's see. Na cheshek. I'm gonna grab this and bring it down. Because this is not cheshek. Oops. Na cheshek marari. And then showa. So, chokaki. Cho is over here. It would be right here. Cho It means spot, pretty much. Oh, it's a wheel. So it means a cycle of something. If I could write it down correctly. There we go. Nope. Jo. There we go. Jo, ka. Ka is up here. It's the diamond with the diamond inside. Like so. Jo, ka, ki, which is this symbol again. Come on. Shouldn't be this rough on my hand. There we go. So this is chokaki na jeshek. Ma. It looks like a football. Ma. I think it's like a hill or something. Ma da down here. Ra. Big horns. Big boy horns. Ma ra ri. Ri looks like a reed or something. Like this. It's like a reed or a bamboo shoot. Sho. Oh, right, it's this symbol again. And then so shua. This symbol. Alright, so that's how you write it all out. Oh, we ain't connected. Okay, there we go. So, Chokakina Jeshek Marari Showa. That's how we spoke it. That's how we speak it. That's how we speak it. Spoke it. Let's rotate this. I'm gonna scoot this up just a little. I'm also writing out the rules here as I go through it. I have space for just a few more sentences. What kind of sentences do I want to do? Probably negatives as well. And a question. I feel like we need to be able to ask questions. So, and to talk in the past and future. I'm still thinking about whether or not those should be tenses or a separate word. But to be fair, I feel like over time they would just become tenses. Because if it is its own separate word, why not just tack it on there, you know? So I feel like I'll do that with the negatives as well. Oh, Leland gave me champs! I'll be shoving those in my mouth in a bit. Alrighty. Champs! I will take one. Just one. Okay, I got two. Leon handed me a candy. I requested one. He gave me 3! Yeah, like the Gimli. He gave me 3. I would ask for kisses from you. I got kisses! Y'all. Not to alarm you, but I just kissed wee one. Alright, let's work with some negatives. Let's say the dog doesn't want to drink water. The dog doesn't like it. The dog doesn't like water. He's mad about it. I know. I know what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say the dog doesn't eat leaves. Because I think it's funny. The dog doesn't eat leaves. Because he doesn't. Why would he eat leaves? That's crazy. The dog... What? Does not, or doesn't, eat leaves. And this will also help me do the, what's it called? This will also help me with plurals. Oh, you beeped him! Oh, Dad, you beeped him. Also, this would imply that this is an indirect. This is direct, so na, laube. Na, laube. Eat. Totso. Ki. Leaves. So, oh, hi, baby. So, how do we say leaf? Lucky. And how do we make it? Little one, what are you doing? Yak. Lucky yak. Yak is how to make it plural. So, lakyak. They probably pronounce it lakyak. Because that E and ya come together. So, leaf, laki. Leaves, lakyak. Now, how do I say does not? I feel like ki could probably be something else. Qua. Let's say... Oh, no. Let's keep that. The dog doesn't eat leaves. These are all plain mode. Totsuki, chokaki, totsuki. That is because I'm just saying it in general. I'm not saying they're doing it right now. So if I wanted to say my son plays basketball or something like that, but I mean in this moment he is outside playing basketball. It is present tense. He's doing it right now. They won't need a progressive. Yo. Oh. Uh-oh. Stuff's happening. Hold on. Uh-oh. Anyway. How do I want to make this negative? We could go about this in two ways. So because negative can attach to anything, plain, present, past, future, I think I might make it its own thing. I think I might make it its own word. Let me go look at Zapotec real quick and figure out how they like to do it. Because a lot of languages seem to like to use na, nu, and no for a lot of negatives. In Japanese, it's nai, like a janai. That's how you say no, or like not a thing. In Irish, it's ne. Ni, something like that. Obviously, in our language, it's no. There's a lot of different ways you can say no. No, not, stuff like that. So I'm going... I got a gross in my mouth. Hold on, let me get a drink or something. Oh, okay. It should be better. Alright, let me see how they like to do it. It's not loading. There it goes. Okay. I'll do vowel final. Leon's grabbing a waiter. Nah. I see. Okay, hold on. So na, habitual. Vowel pattern. Rache. Racha. This thing is not making sense. I don't know what I'm reading. Yes, I know it's habitual, but what's it for? Oh, I see, I see. Never mind. I can read now. I can read. Well, we can't use na. Because na is how to say the. Rao. Rao is pretty good. Rao. I like Rao. 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 That sounds about right. I like Rao. You right, Libby? Oh, because bullshit. Oh, my nose. Yeah. Alright. Scoot this down. Make it look a little cleaner. So, na laubu rao totsokilakiak. So, let's figure out how that works. Oh, get in there. Those are my words. And let's put them in their new order. So, I want this to just go in front to make it easier. So, rao totsuki. Unless it was tokotsi rao. Totsuki rao. Rao tokotsi. It's okay, so this language is modifier last, but I don't know if they should count negatives as a modifier. When I say modifier, I think of like adjectives and adverbs. This is just a negative. This is a different thing. So I'm gonna write down negative. And plural, because that's what we're exploring right here. Okay. So I'm gonna say we put it in front, rao, to say it's negative. Totsuki. Totsuki. Okay. Rao totsuki. Not eat. That's what it's saying, basically. It's saying no eat. No eat dog leaves. The dog doesn't eat leaves. No eat dog leaves. Rao totsuki na lao bulakiak. The dog doesn't eat it. Now remember, this oo and this oo are the same oo. It's just written out differently because it can be pronounced a little differently depending on where it is in the sentence. And in the word. It's very nebulous. Lakyak. Alrighty. So rao totsuki na lao bulakyak. The dog does not eat leaves. Doesn't like them. They're not meat. So ra, that's the masculine horn shape. Male horn shape. U, that's a box. I have an itch. I could always do nu. Put a star there and make them know it's a... Hold on, I have an idea now. What if it's new? New. Then it's like this. Then they can just write this symbol in front of a sentence and they'll know it's negative, maybe? So, labu. Oh, totsuki. That is... I'm gonna just come up here and look at the symbols. The bowstring. The weird heart incense looking symbol. And then a funny little guy. Nah, that's the seat. The chair, if I could correctly write it. There we go. La. La. Ba 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 ba. Oh yeah, looks like this. I don't know what this is. I think it's some sort of shield. La u. La ubu. La ubu. U. So this. And then bu. This. So. Nu to tsuki na la ubu la kyak. I'll say it's nu. Nu. Because it sounds like no. Nu. La kyak. La. La. Oh yeah, this again. Maybe I can do that where it doesn't suck balls. Maybe I can do it again where it doesn't suck balls. My handwriting is atrocious, even in other languages. La ki, which is this symbol. Yak. Ya. Ke. It would be ya and ke. Where's ya? Ya. Oh. It's this thing. It looks like an arena of some sort. And then ke is the simple horns. There we go. Lakyak. So this means a multiple of something. This means no. This is my vowel symbol. And this is how we write it out. In one whole language. And in its own wording. Oh, I forgot to do this. Subject, negative, verb, object. And then it's plural. Okay. So we've covered the verb order, the word order specifically, how the modifier works, how the negative and the plural work in its own areas. Now we have to work on tenses. We don't have cases, we don't have to worry about that. We hardly, like, English hardly has cases now. The only words that survived casing was pronouns. I think Latin has casing for regular nouns too. But I don't remember. Hey? Why? I don't think he would have done anything. I think he's fine. Yeah, he's fine. He'll be fine. You're okay. Leon's worried about Kitty. We found some spilled detergent, and Leon's worried he, Cecil might have licked some of it, but it didn't look disturbed, did it? Okay. We'll figure it out. Okay. Let's move this up. Yeah, so we'll do tenses. I want to use another verb. Let's make another verb. Let's do want. I like want. How do you say want in Japanese? I forgot. It's like I want. Now, I will say Japanese does have a difference between wanting something and wanting to do something. If I say I want an apple, that's different from I want to dance. Those are two different wants, which is... And they're treated differently, too. So... I could do that. I do like the idea of doing that. I'm going to do that with my conjunctions as well. Especially and. If I say, like, I want an apple and an orange, that and is going to be different from I had an umbrella and I gave it to my friend. I want those words to be different. Hmm. Not me getting off work to see about streaming. Hi! Hey me. I'm doing language structure, where specifically, I want to say I'm pretty much finished with this thing. Other than, like, the vocabulary, I could fill out a bit more. I've written down pretty much everything I can, and now I'm working on basic grammar and sentence structure. On how they, like, talk to stuff. Once I'm done with this, I can pretty much say the language is complete. Now, does that mean it's speakable? Not we're not quite at Tolkien's level, but it is functional enough to be used for something. If that makes sense. And that's what I'm working on right now. I'm working on verb tenses, and once the verb tenses are done, this is pretty much finished. So right now I'm covering the basics on sentence structure, how it works, which is verb, sentence, object, how modifiers work, which is where adjectives and adverbs go, how negatives and plurals work, where do negatives and plurals go in a word and in a sentence, stuff like that. And now we're going to cover how verb tenses work. Huh? Oh. We1 is playing a game. Let's see. Oh. So, the way Zapotec works, it also puts its words over here, as well as Irish and other verb initiative languages. That seems to be like the common thing, so we're going to keep it that way. Huh. How do I want to do those? Okay, so present, past, and future. We have plain, which is key, present, which is kua, which could be considered present progressive. If I want to say the dog doesn't eat grass or the dog eats meat, you can say key because you're saying it as like a general statement. If I say I draw, obviously I draw. I do it all the time. Am I currently doing it? No. But I do it a lot, and you know I'm going to at some point, and I've done it in the past. That's what I mean when I say, like, plain. It's a nebulous tense that means it happens. Might not be happening right now, but it happens and it will happen. Present tense is kua, which it means it is currently happening. So I don't think I need a progressive tense, because they'll just say... If I want to say I'm drawing, I'll just use present tense. I draw. But I'm technically saying I'm drawing. So, while it would be progressive in our language, it's not considered progressive in theirs. So, we're gonna do that. I have to think of a word for this. Checking on your kid. Yeah, he baby. Okay. I'm gonna go Tichi or Tachi. Or have something. Because I like Tachi. Want. Quick. Quack. Maybe? No. Queru. Quero? Quera. Queri. Quera? No. What do I do with these guys? O and ah. Maybe something else. Because I did tacha, which is basically the tachi. I could go tacha. Tacha. I want something. I'll say tipo. Tipo. I want it. But what do we want for to be? Poche is a nice word, but I could go pochi instead. Pochi? How easy to do Jerry Seinfeld bad language jokes in this language? Oh boy! Depends. Also, I don't like pochi for me. I need a short, nice, sweet word that I can click in here that sounds like it. I'm gonna be a silly little boy and make it Desi. Deso? Deso. That sounds like Des. Fuck. Dasso. Dasu. Fuck it. Oh, Chevy Skull, thank you for the sub of Prime for 43 fucking months. Nice. Meepus Morpus. Meep Morp. I love it. Got your lunch, breakfast, semi-lunch, brunch. That's what it's called. It's called brunch. You're a brunch. All right. Thank you for the plant. Thank you for the water. You right. I'm gonna get more water. And stretcher. You right. Okay. Big stretch. So, to be or not to be? That's, dude, what if I looked for a poem or a Shakespeare play, something as small as I can find it though on Shakespeare. Good luck finding anything small with Shakespeare. Or maybe I took like the first act or something and I translated it into this language. I think that'd be a fun little exercise. Med check. You're right, med check. I already took my meds. I actually did it earlier because I was thinking about water, and water made me think of my meds. Damn, Maria, you're a savage. Sorry, I'm on a sheet that's explaining Zapotec word order and stuff like that, and it says here, Juan didn't eat the tortilla. Maria ate the tortilla. And in order to say that, it shows you negative eat Juan tortilla, aka he didn't do it, Maria did it. Oh, because it's definitely got it. Yay, medicated bat. Yeah. Also, Bear got meds. Bear, you do meds? I think he'll do it after he eats. Yeah, he's eating right now, so I'll make sure he takes his pills for you. After that. So I'm gonna cross out negative, because we've got that. Present, past, and future tense are going to be suffixes. So I don't need these anymore. I'll keep, well, no. I'll keep these. So plain is key, present is kua, because it's close. Past is che, but maybe I'll change that to something else. Maybe, kuche. Kuche. Because I want that ku or ki sound to be a constant in there. Present, past, future. Ku. Now we find some sounds to sound. Now we find something that sounds futury. Fun fact, in Disney World, you can visit the same hotel room as Paul McCartney, where he signed the NDA that the Beatles were done as a band. Whoa. Interesting. Disney World or Disneyland? Because there's two. Desmond, your VC face thingy is open on stream? Oh, wait. Like, this? Also, let me do this. Like that? Did I do it? Did I fix it? Was I ruining your immersion? I'm sorry. Yay, I did it! I did it. Yeah, think of the immersion, sir. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to ruin the immersion. No mean. No mean sounds like it could be something. I'm gonna come down here and write it down. No mean. But I'm looking for... Oh, I have dasi, so I'll erase that. Koyo. I like koyo being for the future. Kuyo. Kuyo. It's the same sound. It's the same symbol. If you see an O, it's literally just an U. I just write it down differently because it changes depending on where it is. Koyo. It sounds, I think it sounds slightly more O in the beginning than at the end of the word. I noticed I've done that a lot. Also, as Sonic Man mentioned Disney World in their comment. Yeah, I was just making sure it was World and not Land. Because I sometimes get them mixed up like a dumb fuck. Pet Babat, thank you for the pet. Starlight Nova, welcome in. And thank you for the save. We're doing a... The rumor come out, Desmond is not actually Butt Brattler. No, it's me, I'm the Butt Brattler. I have thought about doing a subathon at some point, though, and if I get enough subathons, I will just straight up turn on my camera and be like, hi. But I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. I'm still shy. Alrighty. Yeah. I feel like if it's near the front, it's more O. And if it's in the back, it's more oo sounding. So like laobu, that oo sound is technically both in the language. Just that A there makes the O, or makes the oo sound a little more O, because the mouth is more rounded. So it's technically la, oo, bu, but it sounds like laobu. I'm thinking it's the same way here. Koyu. It sounds a little more oo. I don't know what I'm going to do with nomen, but I'm going to keep it here just in case. So we have future tense. Warning. So these are all different things we can do. Command is when you're telling someone to do it, and you can put it at the end of the word. So let me show you what I mean. So future command. I don't want no mean to be a command. It doesn't sound like a command. It sounds like a suggestion of some sort. It sounds gentler than that. I made him say Butt Bradley. Hee. Well, yeah, I was reading what you said. I'm already called a Butt Brattler by everyone else. Alright. What sounds commanding? If I want to say, eat your greens, eat your food, I would say, eat you veggies. Eat your vegetables. Hosho sounds pretty mean. I don't remember what it is in Japanese. Hosho. Hosho. Could be kushu. No. Hushu. Hushu. Eat. So I can erase this. Don't need it anymore. Alright. So let's come down here and figure out our verb tenses. So let's find a few other words. I'm gonna say I want to use another creature. I'm gonna talk about... Which animal do we want to talk about? Let's say birds. Pera. Let's talk about pera. Let's say the bird. Let's say the bird has blue feathers. I'm gonna have to come up with a word for feather. But don't worry, we'll figure it out. It's gonna probably be a pretty word. So, na, the bird, pera, has, to have something, is tacha, I believe? Yeah. Tacha. Now, I don't know if having something can be... No, it could be in plain. So, tachaki would be in plain. Blue feathers. So, blue... I'm gonna say this is the verb, subject, object, modifier. And then I'll say this is plain. Because it is. It means the verb doesn't have a true tense to it. It's just a plain verb. So the bird has blue feathers. I don't know the word for feathers, but I do know the word for blue, so let's go get it real quick. It's up here. Blue. Dauda. 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 Feather. Okay, so pera is bird. Gili. Gili could be feather. Gili sounds pretty. Guihe? No, I like gili. Let's do gili. So, gili, and then yak, because it is plural. I'm gonna put a dot here. Plural. Okay. So, we have the subject, the verb, the modifier, and the object, which is plural. So, let's put it in order, and then we're going to start putting it in different tenses. I'll show you what I mean. So, let's rotate this. Let me fix it. It looks a little funny. So, verb tenses. There's plain, present, past, future, and command. Well, actually, I'll worry about the command in a bit. This is just supposed to, like, show us different things. So, the bird has blue feathers. I'm just saying in general. This species has blue feathers. So that would be tachaki. Tachaki has the bird, napera, feathers of blue, giriak dauda. Do I also want to do yak here, or giliak dao da yak? No, that sounds silly. Then again. Ooh, this is a conundrum. Do I want adjectives to be plural if the modifier, if the noun they're modifying is also plural? Because I believe Spanish does that, doesn't it? If something is plural, the adjective also becomes plural. Like if I want to say red girls for some reason, I'm gonna use a better word. Red women, I guess. Mujeres rojas. You do S's on both. Or white houses. Casas. Casas blancas. Ooh, this is a conundrum. Do I want to do that? Giliak Daudayak. It sounds smooth in the mouth. I'm thinking now. I'm thinking. I think I might. Daudiak. Let's see how that works over time. If I don't like it, I'll do it later, but... Okay, so Tachaki Napera Giliak Daudiak. Let me actually highlight them real quick. Na pera tachaki dauda giliak. So in order to say the bird has, as in that bird has blue feathers currently, you would say tachakua. Tachakua. So this is how to say it has, but in present tense. I'm gonna do this so we know what's happening. And if I want to say the bird had blue feathers, but it's molting, that would be kutte. Tacha kutte. Tacha kutte. The bird had blue feathers, but he's molting right now. Okay. He will have blue feathers. He just got born. He's naked. He will have blue feathers. Ow, my fucking knee. I hit my knee. I'm okay. Yeah. Alright, let me adjust myself in the blanket. So, we'll have... Tacha... I believe I said kuya. 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 So this is future. He will have blue feathers. He needs to grow them back. He's naked right now. And then I don't need to worry about anything else for that. Now, if I want to make a command, let's say I'm telling you to eat your greens. Eat your veggies. I am commanding you to eat your veggies now. Congratulations. You have been selected for veggies. How do I want to do this? They already have the verb in the front. Yeah, let's do it. In order to say eat, we say... Where is it? Totso. Totso is eat. Totso. And I wrote down command, didn't I? Hushu. That's right. Totso hushu. Totso hushu. Eat. I don't think I have to say your. So Tosahutsu, eat your veggie. I don't think I have to I don't think I have to say your. We already know I'm giving you the command. If I have the command in there already, I don't think I need the you, because you already know I'm talking to you. You should know that I'm telling you what to do. I know I have a word for veggie. Yeah, dema. And since I'm saying all of them, demayak. Eat your veggies. And I think this is the correct way to say it. Totsushu demayak. There's no changing the words, I don't think. Totsushu demayak. Eat your veggies. There we go. Yeah, I don't think I need to change the word order at all. This is exactly how it should be. Okay, so we did the command tense. I got all the future tenses and past and present. What others do we want to worry about? I don't want to do warning, imperative, or conditional. Those are a little complicated. I guess in order to... I could show off how negatives work. Where was my negative again? Nu, that's right. Nu totsushu. Don't eat it. Nu totsuhushu. Demayak. Actually, let's say meat. Don't eat your veggies, don't eat your meat. What's the word for meat? I don't know. Do we have a word for meat? We don't have a word for meat. I'm gonna say seeds. Or I'm gonna say fruits. Sapotiak. Sapotiak. You're eating your veggies right now, not your fruits. There we go. Okay. Nutotsushu sapotiak. Don't eat your fruits. Eat your veggies. Okay. So this is how commanding works. You just say hushu at the end and done. You're telling them, you're giving them a no. We might have a suggestion. We could do suggestions. Like hey, let's eat vegetables. Let's eat fruit. Hi, Renetta. Hugging for everyone. We want you got huggled. Let's see. Ow. Alright, so I'm gonna look at my stuff. Oh, I see what happened. Ow. Not sure what deaf means. I'm sorry, I'm reading this and I'm trying to figure out what some of these cues mean. What? I'm looking at the way Zapotec works, and this is a little confusing. This is a little confusing. Because, like, this thing has a lot of weird tenses and how tenses work. For instance, here it says causative verbs conjugate differently than simple verbs. Root vowels can be affected. You can have a habitual, unreal, continuative, potential, definite future, and completive. What are these tenses? What do you mean? Okay, typical Elmorse, past tense. Uh-huh. My brain hurt. Me brain hurt. Oh, wait, I get it. Okay, so my brain was trying to process this. Zapotec, you know how here I have the verb tense at the end? Zapotec has it at the front. So if this was Zapotec, it would be hushutotsu. Hushutotsu, not totsuhushu. I like totsuhushu though. Totsuhushu sounds nice. Koyu, hushu, kuche. Yeah. Also, instead of tacha, having, if I want to say the bird eats a seed, I'll say, totsukua, totsukuche, totsukuyu. We doing hugs up in this shit. Yeah, they hugging. I got huggy motherfuckers in here. And you know what? Good. All y'all people need to be huggers. There's nothing wrong with hugging. Hugging's nice. Oh shit, there's actually people that still speak the Zapotec language. That's really cool. I didn't know that. That's dope as fuck, actually. Alright, so Japanese, negative, polite, potential. What does potential mean? Also, it sounds the exact same as regular. Let's see. Miru is how to say look at something in Japanese. Minai is negative. Mimasu, polite. Miru, and then mirareru. What is potential? Does it mean I could see? Yeah, I'm gonna look up potential verb tense. See what that is. Yep. So, potential forms of verbs. How motherfucking way weeps. Oh, it's I can. I can go. I think I'll do a potential. Let's have potential. I am starting to run out of room. That sounds like future uncertain. Yeah, could. It's apparently called potential, but I think it might be potential future. Present potential is I can do a thing. Future imperfect potential. You will read one day. You will read one day. That sounds a little weird. Past imperfect, I could. So it is technically called past imperfect potential. Fuck. Past imperfect narrative potential, I often could. Huh, I don't like that. I'm not gonna be using all of these. Past perspective potential. Verbs need to calm down. Wouldn't can be an adverb? I can go, where go is the verb? I don't know. Adverb is like emphasizing something happening with the verb. Can is part of the verb. Kind of like I want to go, that is also a part of the verb. It's not giving... It's not acting as a modifier to the verb. Oh, right. So, like, adverb, I eat quickly. Quickly is an adverb because I'm giving it its own adjective, quote unquote, but for verbs, adverb. Can, could, want, those are like verbs that kind of glue themselves onto other verbs, and in certain languages they do other things. So like can go doesn't exist in Japanese as we think of it. It's its own tense. So like how I say I come, I came, changed come because it is now a past tense. I can come, that can would instead be attached or change the come. I should stop talking about come. See, let's use the word... No, I'm trying to find a word that changes based off of agglutination. A lot of our words don't do that. What is the conversation? I'm talking about language. Keep talking about it. No! I am smarter than a 5th grader. Nah, you're good, dude. I'm trying to think of a word like want, wants, wanted. Lol, BRB. You're good. Wanted is clearly a past tense because we added the ed. But let's say in other languages, sometimes you can say, let's see, wanted for past tense. If they want to say, I can want something. In the other language, want can. Let's say can gets attached to wanted. To say it's now a new tense. That's how that works. I'm trying to think how I would want to do that. I'm gonna say you can... What are we eating? You can eat... I did say to eat your veggies, so you can have spices on them. Shokan. You can eat spices. Shokan. You can eat spices. I'm gonna say with. Okay. So subject, verb, can eat is considered two of the same. Spices. That would be the object. Actually, no. Veggies is the object. No. You can eat spices with veggies. These are separate things that are like attaching themselves to the spices. Why can't it just be like German? There's like 8 tenses that cover 99% of any use case. Because this is my conlang, and I'm not basing it off of German. I'm basing it off of Mesoamerican culture. If this language for your lizards doesn't have a whole lot of past, present, or future versions of verbs, seen, see, saw. They do. It is right here. If you want to talk about something in general, like, I draw. I draw pictures. I'm not using it technically in present tense, but why? Because this isn't an Anglo-Saxon, Proto-Indo-European inspired language. I like to take inspiration from different languages and put it all together to make it make sense, but I'm not copying other languages word for word. Otherwise, I'm saying it's just German with a different palette on it. Yeah, hat, as Leon just said. It's German with a different hat. But yeah, they do have past, present, and future. Up here, I say the bird has blue feathers. I'm just talking in general. I'm not saying it in technically present tense. I'm just saying, in general, those birds have blue feathers. The bird has blue feathers. shakes you. Me. But that's what ki is for. Ki. Tachaki. To have. In the plain tense. If I want to say, this bird currently has blue feathers. Tachakua. Tachakua. Tachikua napera. The bird has blue feathers. The bird has. If I want to say the bird had blue feathers, he molted. Now they're all gone. Tachakuche. Tachakuche napere giriak daodayak. Also, I'm considering adding the plural of the noun, like here, gili, which is feather, giliyak, which means feathers, and I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna add it to the modifier as well. Dauda, which means blue, daudayak, it's shaking hands with that. For Super Earth! Oh, jeez. So, in order to say the bird had blue feathers, but he plucked them all out, that's what we're implying, Tachakuche had napera giliak daudayak. Hi, Donkey, I'm not that short. If I want to say, this thing just got born, but he will have blue feathers. Tachakuyu. Tachakuyu napera giliak daudayak. He'll have blue feathers. Yes, you was small. Oh. Why are you laughing, babe? He said, tiny. This motherfucker. If I'm giving you a command... No! Look how small you are. What the fuck? You did this to me! Desmond is fun-sized. Fun-sized. That's why the gun is aiming up. Desmond wants to hit normal people. Okay. Alright, you motherfuckers. Be nice to me. Can y'all be nice to me once? Yeet size. I'm like a football. Can y'all be nice to me, like, once? That'd be so cool if y'all were, like, nice to me, like, once. Yeah, y'all are on the same brain cell today. So right now in this language, yes. What's up? What's up? I'm gonna shove a Snickers in my mouth. And cry about it. This is me crying if you even care. I'm crying. I'm crowing. He crowed. Alright, fine. Back on topic. I would just say you were small in this language. Let's look. So, this has to do with measuring length. Like long or short for something. Like long or little. This is height. So, shek is short. To be something is dasu. So, dasu you. Since I'm technically a more femboy, I would be... well, it doesn't matter. Because you guys are insulting me, it would be ku. So you would have to say dasu-ku shik. So da-su-ku shik. You are small. That's how you say it. Dasu-ku shik. Help. I'm being McFucking bullied, y'all. If the teacher is crying, can we leave class? No! My crying does not dismiss you, I dismiss you. I'm a professional monster, why should I care? You're small. You're honestly adorable. It's impressive how you managed to have such a huge personality when you're like 3 feet. Daso Kushek. Thank you, Gil. At least you're learning. Hi, Ducky. Thank you for the eat. Daso Kushek. Bwah! What does bwah mean? You know what? Bwah is now a noise in my language. Thank you. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry real hard. Daso Kushek. I'm gonna leave. I'm leaving. I'm being bullied by my own chat in my own language now. This sucks. Yeah, daso. Daso is basically to be something. Ku means you. Shek means little. So, if I want to say y'all are bullies, I would say daso kuyak bullies. I help chat learn things I'm helping. It would be funny if bua was a swear word. I don't know if bua could be a word. Bua. It would be spelled like this. If I could write correctly. Bua. Bua. That's how we'd spell it. Oyena Ksim. Is that fucking the Final Fantasy X language again? Oyena Ksim. I'm being called small in the fucking Fin-Fan language. Pidhudfuno. Pidhudfuno. You would know. No, that's not what that says. I could see bua being like an exclamation equal to fool or moron. I could see it, yeah. Bua. You know what? I'm writing that down. I don't know where to put it. I do have house right here. I'll put it right here. I'm gonna call it a fool. Boo-wah. There we go. I wrote it down just for you, Sugar Skull. Okay. You can eat spices with veggies. So I'm gonna try to figure out how this works. Hold on, let me fix my hair. The bangs of my hair were trying to come out my headset and it was bothering me. Let me look up something for Japanese real quick. That's your short and Albed, isn't it? It is. I'm being fucking bullied in Albed. You're lucky Leon can read that. Otherwise I'd be clapping you to speak in English. I think Albed is the one language I will allow a once-in-a-while word. Don't turn my chat into an Albed translation, but once in a while, you are allowed. Okay, so in order to say you can eat, you will say you. I'm gonna be nice about it. I'm not gonna be mean about it like you guys are. Keen. Keen. You. I'm not gonna say ku, I'm gonna say keen, because I'm being nice. Can eat. Totso something. Totso something. Spices. Spices up here. Shokan. Shokanyak. In veggies or with veggies. I'll say in veggies. Maybe they don't have a direct word for with. Maybe they say in. Now the question is, do I want that to be Its own word or an attachment for a noun? I'm also looking at my symbols over here to see what could sound like in something. I like to. Veggies. Damayak. So, you can eat spices and veggies. So in order to say can do something, let me look. Oh, I closed out the wrong thing. In Japanese, its dictionary is miru, but the can do something, like I can see. I would say, boku ga mirareru. Mirareru is how to say I am doing it. Or I'm reading. I can read. Yomeru. Fuck it. I'm gonna make my own fictional language too. Do it! You better fucking do it. What's hortative? Let me look that up. A mood or class, verb, strong encouragement. It's an encouraging noun? Encouraging, it's a cheering. Okay. What's it sound like? Miyo. Ah, I see. I ain't gonna worry about all of these, but... Oh, ikimashou is an encouragement verb. Mm-hmm. By the way, Japanese has so many fucking verbs like this. It's crazy. I already thought of a phrase. Good. Write it down and figure out why it sounds like that. I just had a chip on my face. Oh. Alright, so... negatives, nai, volitional, yo, potential, rareru, passive, ru, rareru. Okay, so this is what I'm looking for. The suru. Shimasu, shinai, shio, dekiru, sareru. This is hurting my brain. I'm gonna come up here and look for one that I think could work for a I can do something. What looks like a I can do it? I kind of like sehui, but I want it to be... Direcho? Direcho. I could do direcho. Direcho. No. I already have hushu, so I'm gonna get rid of that. I like West Sea. West Sea is nice. I'm gonna bring West Sea down here. D-Way is also nice, so West Sea. So that I can see it better. Marapanna. I eat the bread. Ah, that pan. I know pan. We do eat the bread. I don't know. Do these guys have bread? I don't know if these dudes would have bread. They don't have, like, standard grains like we do. I feel like their closest thing to bread would be, like, masa, boiled or something, and steamed. And so you're just eating a like, cornbread. I feel like they would have cornbread. thinking. Oh, I like chobi. I'm gonna use chobi. Where is it? Chobi. Right there. I can. Chobi. So, in order to put these in a order, we want can eat chobi or chubi. Eat you spices and veggies. Kin shokanyak. Tu in demayak. Okay, so that's how to say you can eat spices with your veggies. You don't have to just eat the veggies. You can make them tasty. You can make them spicy. Okay. Are there any other ones that I want to worry about? I am running out of room so quickly. I'm half tempted to bring this down and continue. Let's do that. Let's bring down my canvas a little more. Boop. And then what I'm gonna do is this. I'm gonna close out everything that doesn't belong to this. Like that. Okay. So this will be my continuing. So you can eat, and if I want to say I want to, I'm going to say this is a desire tense. I don't know what it's actually called. No, let's say I don't want to. Oh, no, I want to. This is all one verb. This is the subject. I want to eat veggies. Now, I'm gonna say I want to eat fruits. Fuck veggies. Let's eat fruits. I want to eat fruits. So, ochi, because that would be my personal pronoun. Ochi, want to eat. So, totso something. Totso kero. I want to say kero. Keru. Totso keru. Fruits. Sapotyak. I want the fruits, damn it. Ochi totsukero sapotyak. So totsukero. Ochi sapotyak. Alright, so that's how I'm gonna say, but I want fruit. I think I might change the highlighting for the tenses. That way we can see them sticking out. Like that. So now you can see the vowel ending. Ugh, that looks pretty good. Yeah, this sounds fine. Alright, so in Japanese we have something called volitional, and I think that's like a cheering you up sort of thing, or telling you like saying yippee or whatever. Potential dakiru, passive sareru, yeah, I know that's can do something. Shio, koyo. I don't know what volitional is. I'm assuming that means it's encouragement. I don't know. It's like saying, let's do something. I don't know if they'll have like a direct way to say that in their tenses. Because remember, I'm not trying to copy a language word for one. So I'm not going to take all verb tenses from one language only. This is me working with what I think they would do. But Japanese helps because Japanese is very agglutinative, which means it matches a lot with the way I'm working this. Zapotec is also agglutinative because it's... Syllabic languages tend to do that because when you're writing the language, you just tack on extra letters. Because, yeah, that's just how they write. For us, it's easier to change stuff because we're writing sounds instead of syllables. It's a lot easier to change a word like eat into like 8. We can swap the letters around than using the word taberu, taberu. Those are symbols. Those are words that they're using. How do I write it out? I forgot how to say ta in Japanese. I'm gonna say suru instead, because I don't remember how to write that. Or iru, as in to do something. I, do. Those are symbols for the sounds. That's a lot harder to make into something else. So instead we could say I, ma, su, imasu. So you change this to this, but you leave the E sound right here. It's easier to change that way. That way everything's more agglutinative. Which is why I'm doing this. So we have regular plain. We have our tenses. We have 6 more tenses. Telling you to do something, saying you could do something, saying you want to do something. There are more tenses than that. You can have... Hello? Oh, you're right. Let me save. There we go. I think these are the only tenses I want to work with for now. If I ever think about adding more, then I will. But for right now, I think this is fine. So if I want to say... Let's come up with a sentence that'll make this complicated for me. Let's say, I'm gonna write a sentence here. I didn't want to give my bird 20 seeds. Let's say I normally give them... I'm gonna say, yeah, 20 seeds. I didn't want to give my bird 20 seeds. Because he's a chubby fuck. And I need to put him on a diet. But he coerced me into it, you know? I didn't want to give my bird 20 seeds. But he looked at me with those big ol' eyes and said, "Father, please, give me more." Also, welcome in, Thalius. I hope you're doing good. So, the words we would be using, I, ochi, didn't want to give. This would be a negative. So subject, didn't want to give. This is all one verb, technically. Negative verb desire. My bird, that's the object, and it's possessed. 20 seeds. So this is the secondary object. This is the second one. This is the modifier from the seeds. No, bird gets 30 seeds. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, the bird gets 30. Shit. So, nu for negative. Verb of desire. Want to give. So, want to eat would be tosokero. To give something. Do I have the word give in here? I don't. I'm going to write it down. Give. What would be a good word for give? To give something. To hand something over. I like sorisha. Soreto is close. I'll say soreta. Soreta. Give something to someone. Soreta kero. I didn't want to give something. Soreta means give. Want to is right here. Don't. So want to give something is this. Bird, pera. My. Ochi. I know the possessive is over here. Cha. Ochicha. Ochicha. Ochicha pera. So, my bird, ochicha pera. 20 seeds. Seeds is over here. I'm gonna say 23 seeds. I'm gonna fuck with the letters as well. Not the letters, the numbers. You know what? 22. 22 seeds. So in order to say seeds, they're over here. Seed. Zenni. Zenniak. Zenniak. 22. That is over here. So 20 indwon. Indwon. And 2. Dwon. Indwonin. Indwonin. So indwon, 20. In, 2. Indwon, in. I'm basically saying 20 and 2. 2 tens and 2. Dwon means 10. So 2 tens and 2 is what that number means. So this is my sentence. I didn't want to give my bird 22 seeds. My words are down here, and the way they would lay this out... Let me mark them. Ochi no soreta kero, ochi a pera, indoin tetsuyak. Okay. So, first things first. It's a negative, so we have nu. I made this past tense. How do I make something past tense like this? Okay, hold up. We're doing something. We're mixing this up real quick. We're having a fun little fuckies. So kuche is past. Kuche is past. Kero is want. It could be kuchikero. We got no pants for 25 days. Kuchikero, maybe? Kuchikero. Those are my want to do something and in the past. So... Soreta kuchikero. Could mean did want to do. So I didn't want to give ochi, that's the subject. I didn't want to give me, my bird. So, pera ochicha. Because remember, modifiers go in the back. This is technically a modifier now. And then for the last one, zeniak. Indonin. So that's how we say I didn't want to give my bird 22 seeds. Nu soreta kuchekero ochi pera ochicha zeniak indonmin. And I've followed my rules for the most part. Kuche is past, kero is want. Ochicha goes behind pera because it's modifying it. Whose parrot? My parrot, my bird. I did the same thing here. The number goes after zeniak, but because it's a number, I'm not going to add yak to it. Like how up here I said blue feathers. Blue is not a number, so it takes the yak. But since this is a specific number, it does not take it. If I wanted to say I didn't want to give my bird blue fruit, I would instead say, where's fruit? Sapotiak daudayak. So I think the plural rule won't work on numbers, because that's a little wacky. Everything else, though, most adjectives it will. But it won't work on modifiers that are numbers or pronouns, possessive pronouns. So those are going to be my rules. Okay. I can make full-blown sentences in this thing now. For the most part. I'm sure there's some stuff that I am missing. But that's fine, I don't mind. Yeah, this is hurting my brain. But we did it. I want to say that the language, for the most part, is done. I can now write in complete sentences. I can write in the writing system in complete sentences. Like, let's write this down real quick. Nu. Can I do it correctly, please? Nu. So. It's this again. De. Ha. Oh, yeah, it's a foot. Or it's like a distant relative of a foot. Soreta kuche kero. Ku. It's a bug. Che. Kero. Ro. So we got nu soreta kuchakero. Attach right there. Ochi. 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 Pera, which means parrot or bird, pretty much. Pera. Pe. Oh, it's a hand. And they only add 3 fingers in their palms, in their hands, in their pictures of hands, because they only have 3 fingers themselves. Pera. Oh, right, the horns again. Big boy horns. Ochicha. This is O-chi. Cha. At least the numbers aren't French. No, they are not. They're English-ish, and Japanese-ish. Because you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then in order to say 10, you say 10, 1. 12 is 10, 2. 13 is 3, 10. 4, 10. 5, 10. 6, 10. 17, 18, 19. You can kind of hear where it is. 20 or 210. 20, 210. 210 1. 210 2. 210 3. 210 4. That's how they count. And it's kind of how we count 20, 30. It sounds pretty close to 2, 3, 4, 4T, 410, 410 1, 4T 2, 14. You get it. It all sounds similar enough. So, ochicha, this symbol means multiple of. Tse, it's a fish. Tse, ni. It's a little bowl of something with stuff in it. Yake. Yake. So, tseniake. Indonin. How did I do that? Oh boy. I think they omit that on accident. Or they might sometimes pronounce it. Inedon. N. Because it's a N. It's this. In. Duo. It would be do, di, u. Du, o, duo, wo. It would be a bird. Because this is technically spelled I, N, Du, Wo. They're technically pronouncing it Indwon. I, N, Du, Wo. And then another N. N. So this would be I, N, Du, Wo, N. But they're technically saying Inedwon. Inedwon. In. Then another in right here. Ine don in. I don't know what a period for them would be. Maybe it's just like a straight line like this to say, hey, my sentence is done. Yeah, I can see that. How does that look? I think that looks cool. Babe, how does that look? I think it looks cool. I did it. Alrighty. So we now have a full complete sentence. We know how they write shit down. I want to say the language is done. I want to say I can pack it up. Call it finished. Because I can't think of anything else to add to it right now. And as of right now, I don't need to. Because I'm not going to be using it for anything super complex. Obviously, I'm not just doing this for my health. One, I'm doing this because I want you guys to see the process and figure out your own process if you want to make a conlang, but 2, I made the species first, and I have story ideas in mind. And this specific species for this story, they don't know the galactic language. They can't speak common, as it's called in D&D. They don't know it. They can't speak it because they're new to, like, the whole, there are other creatures out there. I want the story to revolve around them being a new addition to the shit happening because it's been forced upon them by another intergalactic species. So the point of the story is, one, diplomatic stuff, but also I want it to have them learning their language as well. So that's one of the reasons why I've written this out. It's to help me go, okay, I can go in and reference. I don't have to make shit up on the spot. It's all here. I have all of their writing, all of their basic verbs and nouns, and if they want to talk to each other, I can write it out. And then the humans can be like, what the fuck are you saying? So that's why I made it. And it was very fun. But I'm saying for now, it's done. I want to eventually put it on a website. I have been making a fun little website. I've been slowing down on it recently, but I have been making a coded website on NeoCities. Let me go to it real quick. And what I want to do here is, one, add all my characters here, because I would like to have, like, a spot to aggregate all of my OCs, but I also want to upload all of my Eldritch Nova info. So all of these languages and species that I'm making, I want to eventually put up here, so you guys can just go look whenever you want. Or even I can just go look wherever I want when, let's say I don't want to go through all of my fucking files and not worry about that. So all of this will be accessible to you guys to look at. This is just my process. I might also try to make short form videos where it's like 20 to 30 minutes of me explaining how their culture, clothing, and language and all that operates. For now, though, I'm done with that. And if I do work on the Jernua again, my lizard people, it'll be for another aspect of their culture. Maybe I'll work on their gods or something. Because I know their gods do have some, not really, I don't want to say story beats, but the gods are talked about. And I like to know what they're like. I'd like to do that. I had half a message typed when I got called to work stuff, and now all I have is the remnant message. I'd have to say, Des currently has a large head. I do have a large head. Thank you for that. My brain is so big. Is that what you're saying? Are you saying my brain's big? Oh, I remember. Mm-hmm. Are you saying I'm smart? Right? Blink, blink. Blink, blink, blink. In your language, I'd have to say now, Des has a large head in present tense. No, he usually always has a large head. Wow. It's because I'm smart, right? Blink, blink, blink. Regular sized head. It's just your body is small. Oh, man. Alright. So, for now, I'm going to pack up the language. I can close out a lot of the language stuff that I have set up. You swap no for reversing the whole meaning of the sentence. Lol. Oh, not he. Oh, he now has a large head. Not he usually has a large head. Got it. Okay. Yeah, right now I do. It's present tense. Not plain tense. You right. You're right. I'm silly. I'm silly and dumb. I'm a silly Billy. Alright, so I can close out all of this shit. I don't need it anymore. Oh, goodbye, references! There we go. Now, next on the docket is something I have been thinking about for a hot minute. Let me go over here. So, I have been wanting to make a fucked up creature for a while now. No, it's okay. Anyway, we started on the whole world building thing with my world. Nice. So I'm totally in the right headspace for dumb ideas. Excellent. Hi, Pats. Welcome in. Fucked up how? Fucked up bird. I'll show you in a minute. Fucked up how? Fucked up how? You'll see. So I was talking about this yesterday a little bit while Leon was doing something. I don't remember what he was doing. But I was discussing that I wanted to make a species of fucked up bird because all my other birds are pretty and like flamboyant and gorgeous and pretty feathers. I want these guys to look kind of gangly. I want to make a proper monster looking bird. And I at first said Skeksis because yeah, I could use some of the Skeksis, especially their heads and the way their beaks are. But then I realized y'all haven't seen pictures of Skeksis the way I have seen pictures of Skeksis. I have seen not the original movie Skeksis, but I've also looked at the new movie or the show, I believe. There was a show of Dark Crystal Skeksis creatures. And they can get kind of cool looking. So I was going to make some sort of vulture creature. Because most birds are beautiful, luscious, precious, gorgeous colors, and then you got vultures where they look kind of gangly and fucked up. I want to make a fucked up bird. Now, I have a sketch for it. That is not the sketch that I want. Where are you? That's a Yargan. That's a grouse. This is a grouse-like bird. I see, look at the pretty bird. Isn't it a big and pretty bird? And then you have, like, the pretty birds in here. Where are you? These guys, they're like big, pretty babies with thicker feathers. I want a bird with more, like, down feathers. That's not it. That's a raptor. Something like this, where they're, like, kind of scraggly. But I originally based them off of the bone-eating vultures, and I'm thinking of pulling back on the feathers on the face a little more and show more like dinosaur face. Like, I'll show you what I mean. Let's get in here.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
I'm Dracula! Yeah, the show was cool and Netflix canceled it after one season. That's annoying. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is erase the lady. Because I usually start with the males first. I don't know why. Males are easier to sketch, I guess. Listen, dog, bat. I'm dealing with college. My brain be fried like eggs. You don't remember me? You don't remember me? You don't remember me? You don't remember me? Blinking my little peepers. You don't remember me? Anyway. So I gathered some references that I'm going to show you guys. To show you kind of how I'm picturing these things. Think Howl monster form from Howl's Moving Castle. Like, I'm pulling back the feathers to be kind of like this or this. Not as many feathers on the face like this. And like this. But this is what I'm talking about when I say a Skeksis. Yes, I am also talking about the originals. But this is more what I'm picturing. More feathers. I also like the idea of them having feathers like right under their chin. And it's like, they can like braid it into a little beard. Because the feathers are going to be very downy soft. Let's go look at a griffin vulture. Griffin vulture, down feathers. He's got the prettiest feathers. Where is he? Where are you, you scraggly son of a bitch? Where are you, you weird fucked up bird? Slimy! Hi, Salami. I need upping. Hep. Hep. Okay, hold on. Hold on. I fixed myself. Hi, Salem. Oof. Welcome back. Anyway, slightly inspired by your evolution-based designs, part of the world is events where evolution would take place much faster and be more geared towards shorter-term problems. That, yeah, I could see that happening. Evolution can go as slow or as fast as it needs to be. And if you're in a fucked up world where you're constantly being pushed to adapt, you're gonna evolve quick. Anyway, hi. Hello, you've been lurking. Understood, understood. This is the bird I was talking about. Let's see. Griffin vulture. He's a little cutie! I also really like the whole, like, dinosaur scale looking thing here. And I like the idea of the eyes being sunken in and having, like, a somewhat brow. I also want them to have a cool little beak like this. But their feathers that I want to do, I want their feathers to be like this, but even softer looking. And the feathers can be braided. I want it to be treated like hair. Actually, I'm not going to close that. I'm going to bring this over here. But I was originally basing them off of bone-eating vultures. I don't remember what those guys are called. Let me look them up. What are y'all called? Bearded vulture. I was basing them originally off of the bearded vulture, which they still look cool. The bearded vulture looks dope as fuck. They look like this. And you can see here where the inspiration came from. But I think I'm going to alter them a little bit. I'm going to pull the feathers away from their face, and I'm going to bald them out a little bit more on the sides. They're still going to have feathers on the tops of their heads, but I'm not going to have them nearly as puffy. I'm thinking more sinewy. More down. So that's what I'm gonna work on today. I'm gonna clean up my birds. Because I have pretty birds, but now I need fucked up birds. Not every bird's gonna be pretty. Also, since I'm thinking about it, I'm hypothesizing my own fucking stuff. Am I okay? I'm my brother in Christ, you're the creator. Why are you hypothesizing? I'm thinking whether or not avians and Drakkar are distantly related, but I don't know. Because the Drakkar make raptors on accident sometimes. The Drakkar can make raptor people, which come out with feathers, and the Drakkar have, like, chitinous, like, tough feather hair, but it's more like tubes. It's, like, really thick, big tubes of hair. That's really slow to grow, and it's made out of, well, I mean, to be fair, our hair is made out of the same shit as our nails, but, like, instead of being tiny strands, their strands are really, really thick. You literally made it, you can change it. That's true. I made it, I can change it, so that's what I'm gonna do. I really like this version that I have going on. So what I'm gonna do, I'm going to create a new area. I typically do this when I want to create a new creature. I make just a whole new fucking thing and stare at it for a bit and then figure out how it works. I can show you what I mean with this. I drew this little guy, and then I drew this dude. Like, I like to contemplate before doing that. So let's draw me a little sketch. I'm gonna try and draw whatever this guy's doing. So we've got a noggin. Come on. Come on, man. Draw the circle. My hand does not want to work today. I'm going to warm up my hand a little bit. Give me a second. Okay. I should be a little better now. So let's draw our little circle. Since this guy has a silhouette like this, he's got a very strong silhouette. The circle would be here, and it looks like the beak comes right off. I'm not going to quite have that. I still want to give him a slight human head shape. Slight. But I am going to give him that beak. So what I'm going to do is bring it down kind of like this. I'm going to have the head up a little more, like here. I'm actually going to use a bigger brush. Give me a sec. I think what I'm going to do is have the head up like this a little more. I'm going to have this be that part of the eye, and then have the nose come out. And then the nose will be a little smaller, I think. And then the nostril will be here. The beak skin will be here. The beak will be just a tiny bit littler. The eyebrow will be here. They might have a few feathers here. And then the feathers for their heads will go right here. And then I like the idea of them having, well, some of them having beards. Depends on how old they are. And then this will be their neck. Their neck's going to be absurdly long. And then they can have their hair puffy. And then they have like a shoulder puff. So I'm feeling something like that, maybe. So what I'm gonna do is give this guy some kind of like, I want to give him like he's pretending, you know, he's better than me. I want him to pretend he's better than me. So he's got like a head, his head tilting backward a little bit, and his eyes going down this way a little bit, like that. So we're putting his eyes in the middle, because that's where it usually goes for most animals and most human heads. Our eyes will always meet in the middle of our head. From the bottom of the eyes to the top of the head will always be the same size as this, as you can see. So for these guys, since I'm giving them more of a rounded head, the eyes are going to go more in the middle of the actual circle. I made it just a little bit higher, just a tiny bit. And of course I'm going to give him human eyes. Hi, me. I'm making a bird species. I finished my language and I'm making words. Welcome in. How you doing? I think since I want their eyes to be more front-facing, most birds do have side head-facing eyes for the most part. But because these guys have evolved to be more like us, their eyes will slowly move a little more front-facing. Like, let's go look at anthro birds, for instance. Oh, she's pretty. So something kind of like this. I would actually love an avian to look like this. This is how my avians work, by the way. Their wings come off their arms like this. And they have their little feetsies, and their eyes are more front-facing. And Good's eating a quesadilla! Oh, hell yeah, quesadilla! Quesadillas are yummy. Yeah, I don't like the idea of my birds having a separate pair of wings behind them. That doesn't make sense. Unless they are a species with 6 limbs, they're not going to have the wings on the back. But yeah, we're going to have their eyes a little more front-facing. I'm trying to find a good reference for that. Oh, what am I doing? Owls have front-facing eyes. Am I okay? Duh. I don't think pigeons do. Eagles do. Owls do. Vultures don't need to, per se. But ravens do. Corvids. But vultures in mine, yes, they're vulture-like, but they're not as, they're not as vulture-like in our world, if that makes sense. I'm such a dum-dum. Okay. So I've got a few birds with their eyes in the front of their face. peacocks do too. Interesting. Majority of avian furries I've seen usually have the arm wings. Yeah, I prefer that. I prefer the arm wings. To the wings on the back. The wings on the back as a separate thing. I don't know, it just bothers me, especially if you're like making an accurate Earth-like species. I'm like, no, that's not how birds work, please. I'm not gonna go and like yell at them for it, but I am going to silently sit in my corner and cry about the inaccuracies of biology. I'm not gonna ruin your fun, but I am gonna cry over science. Anyway. If that's the case, his eyes aren't going to be fully shaped like this. I am going to have them, point like this, like how I normally do eyes. And I want him to look like a pompous fuck. I don't know who this guy is, but he's a pompous fuck. His eyelashes are gonna stick out. And he's gonna be like, I am pretty, and you are trash. You know what? I'm gonna have him looking down on us, because we're just... Why are we in his presence, you know? That's the energy I'm trying to give right now. Okay. So, eyebrows... It's like a... Avian furry stands up straight and is very anthro. I sleep. Arms and back wings. How dare you! Well, some birds do have those straight-ass legs. It depends on the bird, but some birds can have, like, more straight legs. It just depends on how you do it. Also, they still got a pair of legs. not two pairs of arms. Then again, like I said, those kind of birds could exist if they were from a planet with 6 limbs, like the Na'vi planet. What's it called? Pandora? And it's not a planet, it's a moon. That's right. Alright, so I want this guy kind of scaly. Because see this bird dude? He's scaly. Look at him, he's a cute guy. I just love animals, don't mind me. I'm gonna have it, like, kind of arched in. Okay. And then here, I'm gonna have this stick out a little more because it's following the curve of that brow. I could have the brow even lower. Ooh, let's lower it! I'm gonna lower it. Because see, look, it's covering the eye partially. I'm gonna lower it. And that's like the skin. And this will be this part, and then I'll have the beak coming out. I don't want it too big, but I want it big enough. And then we'll have the skin here. And the nostril here. And he mad. He gumpy. I don't know why he gumpy, but he gumpy. I don't want his mouth to be that far out. I'm gonna have the mouth line up roughly with the eye like that. I might need to scoot this in a little more. And then scoot this out. I have an idea, hold on. This needs to go up. I want it more in the middle. There we go. Yeah, now he's saucy. Now he's saucing me. And then I want his neck super long. Should I give him like a strong jaw? I'm gonna give him like a little bit of a jawline. Nothing crazy, just something to humanize him a little bit. And then I'll give him a very long neck. Because I want these guys to have super long necks so they can stretch out. The neck will arch with the head. Because that's how his head is working. See, it arches with him. So I want the neck to be doing something like this, maybe. So the neck will be following the head, like so. This will be a tendon right here. And then this will be the other tendon. And then maybe he's got some sort of vocal cords in here that can now show themselves because of how they've evolved. I feel like they would have really deep voices, even the ladies, because their throats are that long. Maybe they have very deep voices. I like that idea. Also, this guy is looking gumpy me. Maybe he's mad because I ate the last cookie. And then on this guy, there's feathers starting on the tops. I'm gonna have feathers starting here as well, like about here-ish. I think I'll do the feather stuff after on a new layer, though. Right now, I'm just working on proportions. Let's say his head's facing this way, but his body's facing the other way. So, because he is more humanoid, we'll give him a chest facing this way. And then the trapezoid muscles right here. Nah, I like that pose. Okay. So I'm not going to worry too much about the body. That's just a quick thing that I did. Quick shape. And I want to do his feathers. Feathers! So I like the idea of them having feathers starting maybe here. Maybe some of them can have, like, beard hair, too. Like, especially, like, right here. Maybe sometimes the feathers will grow. And then let's say they braid them. Something like that. Braided feathers. And then he'll have... I do like this neckline that these guys have, where it's like... after the tendons, it's just like a collar of fur and feather. So it's like... they look very... fluffy. So this guy's got just like an enormity of feathers on his neck, like so. Something like that. And his neck is sticking out of them, of course. Actually, these look like they're feathers that, like, rest on their shoulders. Let me go look at these guys real quick. Let me do that again. We pushing the button. Okay. Let me go stare at you. It looks like a neck piece. Looks like a neck collar of some sort. Let's start with the feathers on the front, the face. On the face. So, I want this guy to have, like, kind of a beard going on. Because I like the idea of the feather babies having beards. This would be the hairline. They're not going to have ears, but they are going to have a hairline that follows that. I'm going to have some of his hair sticking down this way. Because he's kind of messy. And then the rest can start doing this. And see, these guys had big puffs of hair. It started looking a little funny. So instead, I'm going to have them have, yes, still puffy, like this guy, but not nearly as crazy as I did have it. And then their hair slowly, like, combines with the fur collar they've got going on. Like this. And it looks like on the picture that I have, the collar sits like on the shoulders but doesn't completely connect. However, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to have it connect. I'm also going to give them more of their hair before I make more of the fur. There we go. That looks a lot better. I want it to be a lot more flowing. Fluffy, but flowing. Like so. And then right here is where it attaches. So it's technically two big-ass pieces of feathers attached to the shoulder like this. Like that. So this is kind of how I've been picturing these guys. Just big, fluffy feather boys. This guy looks gumpy. Let's go draw a full body. Because here you can see I did that, but I also want to do it here as well. I can close out my griffin vulture now. I gotta find griffin vulture feet. Don't judge me. Yep. Griffin vultures. Let me look at your toes. Oh, that's a big boy. What is that big boy? Okay, so they've got the standard 3 in front, 1 in back. It's a good way to start walking. Yeah, they've got the standard 3 in the front, 1 in back. So what I'm gonna do is draw their bodies. Give them that standard bipedal upright body. I'm gonna give them their fluffies. And then I'll give them their little hippos. Chicken leg. So the way I did my other avians, I believe I gave them knees a little lower than ours, or a little higher than ours. Let me go check. Yeah, a little higher than ours, and then their ankles a lot higher than ours. So these guys will have shorter than average knees. So short knees. Very small calves. And then they'll have their feathers. I want the feathers to be very, like I said, long and sinewy. These fucks can't fly at all. Because in order to fly, you need to have flight feathers. My avians don't even really have flight feathers anymore. Their arms and wings have gotten to the point where they're so small they don't really need them anymore. They can't use them. So these guys were fucked from the beginning. I'm giving them basically like ostrich feathers. Now, most vultures can fly, but remember, I'm not basing these guys purely off of vultures. I am doing my own thing. My fucks don't fly either. Yeah. No flying fucks. That's why you can't give any of them away. Oh, hiccup. Okay. So, leggies, knees, and then their feeties. This is the ankle, and then this is the feeties. I'm gonna have their legs actually pretty thick to hold them, and then they have the standard 3 feeties. So they'll have the middle toe here and a big ass talon. They'll have a second toe here with another big ass talon, and then they'll have a third one with a big ass talon. And then in the back, they'll have one more. Alright? Those are the standard feeties for these guys.
Water.
Water, you're right. I've been talking a lot. Water. Alright, so there's our feeties. I like the idea of them kind of like being those chickens that have like feathers that come down their legs like this. I'm also gonna have their hands doing something similar. So, arm. Their hands are gonna be something similar. Water. Hello? Ooh, I'm stuck! I got stuck! I also really like the idea of some of the plumes doing their own thing. Like, some species of these, or not species, but some family members have huge crowns of feathers on them. And they, like, wear them with pride. So we'll have feathers, but because these aren't wings anymore, they just look like big-ass sleeves, like this. Because y'all know me, I love making my creatures look like they're wearing clothes with their own body parts. I don't know why. I love doing that shit. And of course they're gonna have an innie. I'm gonna give them the duck and ostrich treatment, where they don't have a cloaca. The pingus comes out. The pingus will come out. I promise. I promise. It's not a... It's not a cloaca. Yeah. Alright, and then they'll have their little hands. So, let's go over here. I'll draw the feet. So, toesies, gonna look like this. Here's the talon, another talon, another talon. And it'll be shaped like this. Then we'll have the back and a talon. And then the hands are gonna be similar. So, this has become the thumb for them. They still have those big-ass talons, though. I feel like they clip them depending on what they do. But royalty probably keeps those nails to say, like, look, I don't have to clip them and do stuff. So we'll have this middle finger be the middle toe. They have this finger, and then they have a shorter finger as well. And this will be the hand. And their hands are going to be very scaly, just like their feet. The pingus? How vulgar. Pingus. So, yeah. I also want them to be very pale. Pale blue, pale pink. And then their feathers, depending on their ethnic group, will be black, dark brown, brownish, and then maybe a reddish brown. I don't want to go too close to blonde, but maybe we will have some sort of blondish gray at some point. I don't know. But they are called the Vilja. I called them my Vilja Carrion. There we go. Okay. So this is kind of how I'm picturing them. I'll play with the idea, because I might want to have the feathers be like fucking everywhere like this, like in layers maybe. Like that. Where it's like a wolf cut, but natural. Where like some of the feathers are obviously shorter and stick out stupid. Like that. But my original term for the... Oh, that's why I did it. Okay. I remember why I said Skeksis. I like the idea of them having little teeth of some sort poking out. Like that. Just little teeth. Nothing crazy. You gotta have the teeth, you know? I also feel like this guy's feathers would be sticking up a little bit right here to look kind of like a beard. There we go. Make him nice and attractive. I think I'll bring this down. I like beards, by the way. I don't think you guys have ever figured that out, but I really like beards. There we go. To me, this is handsome because pretty feather beard and feather pony or braid. The braid might be a little shorter. I'll figure it out. But yeah, this is what I want to do. I want to have a cute bird. Not all of them will braid their beards. Not all of them will have beards. But that's just like standard bird practice of what I drew. So yeah, I'm going to work on this. I'm going to try to figure out how to make him look a little more fucked up. Maybe I can give him, like, the wrinkle eyes. Like this. Because some birds do have, like, these more wrinkly, like, eyes. Oh, I like that. It makes him look kind of spooky. It makes his eyes look more hollow. And I think that's what I'm trying to go for here. I also want the nose bridge to be a little bit higher. Like that. The beak can stay the size it is. It doesn't need to be a big beak. They are evolving to be like, you know, like human-ish in the face. Because I don't know if y'all have noticed, but there's this thing we go through as a species called neoteny. As you get bigger and as your head gets bigger on one side, it shrinks on the other. And neoteny lets you do that. Like, we look like baby monkeys, for instance, because baby monkeys have very flat faces and very big back heads. So if we look at little baby chicks, their beaks are smaller. Let me actually, what do vulture chicks look like? Vulture chicks! I spelled it wrong! Chick. There we go. What do vulture babies look like?
They're so cute!
So dummy. Why is such a dummy? Oh, that's one of them. That's a little puppy. That's a bearded vulture chick. He's so small. I love him. But you see how the beard is, or the beak is a lot smaller than what you'd expect an adult to have. That's because they are babies. Let's see. So baby vultures, baby griffin vultures, look, boy, why you got a fur in your mouth? Get that out your mouth, my dude. Look at him, he's got crap in his mouth. Get it out. Anyway, baby griffin vultures are very cute. They're nothing but soft, downy feathers, which is why these guys probably evolved to not have that. And their beaks are much smaller, so over time, as neoteny takes over the evolutionary line, and your head gets bigger but your face gets smaller, you get smarter. These guys are basically looking like adult versions of baby chicks, basically. So, you usually want to shrink parts of the body. Like I said, with his beak, for instance, I'm giving him, like, baby face, almost, because we have chimp baby face. So there he is. I did it. I drew my feather boy. Like I said, I'm still gonna tweak it, fuck with it, see how I feel about it. I love the idea of using their feathers as hairstyles. Maybe they braid, like I said, in the front here, or they'll put braids in here. I also want to have, like, a kind of snooty society. I've not worked on making a bunch of snooties before. Let me go look at my babies. These guys are chill, right? These avians are chill. any species that's crackhead, humans can be crackheads. I am treating humans like adaptive-ass cockroaches, because that's what they are. They're also, I like the idea of them being a lot more, considered more horny, quote-unquote, than a lot of other species. And that's because a lot of species came from an evolutionary history of having, like, mating seasons and shit. Meanwhile, humans fuck whenever we want. Over time, these creatures probably had evolved to have a less of a time, but I feel like they're still compelled more during, like, spring versus anywhere else. So they see humans as, like, fuck monkey. Syrians, they're not, I wouldn't call them snooty. I would call them desperate. I don't really have any snooties. My Orcrin are cool, but they're not snooty. They're rugged. My Gobles are babies, and you will not yell at them. They're baby. My Gorshivans just want to fight a lot. Even the women, they all have, what is it called? What happens, hold on, let me look up hyenas. I think it's like oh boy. Not androgen, but it's like androsycosin or something like that. It's a male chemical that you're exposed to when you have a baby in the womb. The hyenas have it ramped up to like 11, so they become very fighty. Underlings are chill. Yeah, no, I don't have any snoots. So I think I want these guys to be like, I want them to have like a, not quite Chinese. I want them to have a hierarchy of some sort, but not really in like a rude way. I don't know how to explain it. I'll explore it later. We'll figure it out. But for now, I do think I am done. All I have to do really is to just redraw the dude. Which I can do that right here, right now. Hi! Hi, Yowie Lover. Yeah! I specialize in writing gay monster romance. I also draw gay monster romance. It's right up there if you want to read it. You can download it for free on my VGen. It's also on my AO3 for free. It's... Where's your monster fucker permit? I have it in my heart! And in my diary entry of when I was talking about when I had a crush on Goliath when I was like 6 years old. From Gargoyles, by the way. Goliath is from Gargoyles. I love him. I just love me a big man with thick shoulders and long dark hair. Leon's not paying attention to me. He's not paying attention at all, and that's okay. But no, that is the first of many that I wrote. So, we won? Yeah. I love me a man with huge shoulders. And a nice rack. And a thick butt. A nice taut round buttocks. That's the word Shrek used in Shrek 2. I had a crush on Batman. Not the actual Batman, the other Batman. The Batman. Crush. Which Batman? Which name? Also, I believe you. Who else did I have? I am... Okay. My newest obsession right now... We're playing Dragon Quest X together, me and Leon are. He made an ogre guy, and I have not been the same. Every time I look at him, I'm just like, I want to twirl your tail with my fingers while I make out with you. Man bat? Man bat. But yeah, I make lots of monsters. I'm right here drawing a monster right now, technically. I'm trying to draw a fucked up monster bird. I don't know if they eat humans anymore. They might have started eating humans at one point because they thought they were funny talking apes. But then they realized, oh fuck, that's a person, and then they stopped. But yeah, it's 11 p.m. MB. Oh. There's Batman, who's literally a Batman. Oh, I didn't know that. Water.
Thank you for the water. I'm thirsty.
Yeah, this is one of my creatures. I can actually show you a fun little thing I did. Hold on, where is it? I haven't showed anyone this yet, by the way. None of you have seen this, but it's great and it makes me happy. So, when I'm writing my books, I also draw the covers. Y'all know this. I drew a test cover. This is just a random ass dude that I made, and I wanted to make a cute Spider-Man. And he's got lots of arms. Wait, you're an artist? Lemon! How long have you been here? Hold on, just give me a second. Just grab your cheek and grab your face. Following since March of 2024. I feel like you've been here longer than that. You're new. Yaoi, you're new. Lumen is not. Lumen is a jerk. That's been here for years and is bullying me. But yeah, there's my spider boy. I haven't shown anyone this yet. I based him off of a wolf spider. I like the idea of his chicillary just chilling, being cute in his mouth. These things on the side of his head are technically his pedipalps. British accent came out. I have 5,000 accents that come out of my face sometimes. I don't know how to control it. I can't stop it. It just happens. And I know where it comes from. It's because it's because I'm Southern. I'm a Southerner. Come out your face. The Automod, chill the fuck out. We're 18 here. We're 18 plus here. Automod got you. It's okay, I saved you. But, I got my forearm cat boys. That's actually what's up there in my story. What else do I got? I am writing this currently, and I'm very happy for it. And they're very cute. It's my Yeti boy. I like fluffy men. Am I okay? Babe, you should be lucky you have lots of fur.
My husband is very furry.
Are you shirtless? Hey, daddy. I like your tail. It's just so cute. It's got a fluffy little bob on the end. I like bears. Same. I married a bear. He's right there. He's sitting next to me. I love him. I can't read out loud anymore because I start hitting a British Aussie blend, like a nature documentary narrator, and this slowly turns into French, and sometimes my southern accent comes out. Whoa, share. No, he's mine. You can't have him. He's my bear. Hold on. I have pictures of him. Where is he? I'm gonna show you Wee One. Wee One. Fur affinity, where are you? Oh, I do have a fur affinity as well. While I'm looking, just enjoy this picture. It started last night when I was reading my psychology textbook. Just one time a week? No! No visitation rights! He's mine. He's mine. Alright, where is he? I'm looking for your face. He's a literal bear, by the way. He's a sun bear. He's a solar bear. Big man, fluffy chest, sexy guy. This is old art, by the way, that I made, just so it's a little fungly, but that's what he looks like. That's my bear, man. Yeah, not that kind of bear. Well, he's got bear ears. No, I forgot I drew this. It's not loading. There we go. Hey, bear man, the super fat hairy man. Oh, you're talking like thick. I mean, he's pretty thick IRL. I'm just not gonna be sharing IRL pictures of my husband. I have a thick man. Where is he? Mudra. Mudra isn't fat though. He doesn't have like fat. He has muscle fat. Mudra. Hi, Renetta. Renetta hugged you, babe. There he is. He's got like a gut. It's right here. He's like square. I love him. These are my species, by the way. These are my creatures. Creatures. Also, guys, I finished these dudes. I did it. I finished them. I'll be writing them at some point. You use Leon for a model of the art? Yeah, I did. Yeah. Yeah. I will be drawing more of these dudes, though. I have like fucking 40. Help. I have 40 dudes I can draw. I also want to write for these two, but I'll figure it out. Let me just turn this on.
Grell, my son.
Also, the picture I showed of Leon here, this is actually inspired by something Sugar Skull did, where she like swapped our themes. And originally I think she gave him white hair, but I gave him dark brown hair, which is more appropriate for him. And then I drew myself with my colors. I gave us like our colors.
It's us.
Just like aesthetic swapped, kind of. He's like a bitter-ass North Polar bear in that, and I'm like a little, Indonesian, what was it? An Indonesian, white bat or something? Like a little cotton ball? That's what Sugar Skull did. And it was very pretty. So I had to draw fan art of her fan art. But yeah, I think we're gonna head on out. I finished my Birdman. I'll tweak how he looks and clean it up and put it over this guy. But for now, I think I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna go rest my brain, get ready for some Vandalt in a couple hours, and I'll see you all later. Let's go find someone to drop in on. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me finish my language. Because I'd like to think it is finished. And yeah, let's find someone to plop on, to just tackle. We're gonna tackle them. We're gonna tackle them. Who we tackling?
I could tackle Sally.
What is she playing? Is she playing Monster Hunter? I'm gonna tackle a Monster Hunter player. I'm gonna go get the Monster Hunter. Oh, it's still Hesper. Where has Sally gone? Why has she disappeared? I don't know. Did she steal someone's face? Did she steal Hesper's face? Have fun, Des. Yeah, I'll try. I'm confusioned. Hold on. We're gonna go raid Sally, and I'm gonna figure out why she looks different. But, grab your raid messages. The first one is if you have my emails, the second is if you do not, and we will see you tomorrow for Elden Ring. I don't know if we're gonna beat it tomorrow, but I can definitely foresee us beating it Friday, because we are at the end of the DLC, and we're pretty much at the end of the main game. There's just, like, a few bosses we haven't fought yet. And I think for right now, I'm just gonna stick to the, like, default ending. I don't want to do any kooky shit. I'm just gonna stick default. But yeah, I'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Don't forget to read Grell of the Guardian. It's right there and it's free. Beep, beep, beep. You can also go see it on AO3. I could share that, I guess, huh?